Okay. Interesting. All right, let's get this out of the way. I got a little bit of time today, so I'm going to try to bang out 2 sections. I am going to try to release this on Christmas, or at least Christmas Eve. We'll see. So we'll get 2 sections out of the way. If I remember correctly, it should be section. This today is section 4, I think. But let's see. Yes, it is. So section 4 should be fear and rumor. And section 5 will be canonical events, if I remember correctly. If not, I can just rearrange it later. Okay. So human fear and rumor, because the more we yap, the more it gives Tatari power. Okay. Yeah, that was actually... Fuck, that was long. Okay. Alright, let's get right to it. I'm gonna give myself at least like 30 minutes today. Yeah, 30 minutes should be fine. Okay, so let's talk about the fear and rumor aspect of it. So, at its core, Tatari, how do I want to word this? Tatari is powered by cognitive weight of human fear. Human fear and rumors reaching a critical state. I think I've said this plenty of times. Don't yap. Score Tatari's power by the collective weight of human fear and rumors. Oops. Wrote that twice. Reaching a critical state. With these conditions, Tatari is able to manifest. Without these conditions met, cannot appear at all. Can't appear at all. Can't appear at all. As usual, don't drink unless you're an adult. Cherish your livers while you're young. Without these conditions met, it can't appear at all. So, rumors don't merely enable Tatari's existence. It defines its shape, pretty much. It defines its shape. So, it doesn't invent its own identity. doesn't invent its own identity. It mirrors what people already believe is true. I'll fix that. And as mentioned, this one's probably could definitely be out either on Christmas or before Christmas. We'll see. Because I have to release the isolation video probably Tuesday. Probably on Tuesday. I'm still working on the Human Echo one, which I'm doing congruently with this. I still gotta do sprite animation stuff. So the next section of this month is gonna be relatively busy in regards to like YouTube like stuff. Like a video will be released this week. This one probably by Christmas, and the Human Echo one to follow suit before New Year's. Then we'll go into the new year. I have no idea what we're gonna do. We'll figure it out as we go. I have a gigantic bucket list of things to do. It doesn't have its own identity. It mirrors what people believe to be true. But I do want to do more like Melty / Tsukihime ones. Fate's, I can do Fate. It's just Fate. I just gotta. I go with my own personal knowledge of Fate, but I do need to get with the times. Get with the times, old man. I have my knowledge before, like Fate blew up for FGO, so it is kind of hard. It doesn't invent its own. It doesn't invent its own identity. It mirrors what people believe to be true. I think there was an echo of imagination, human imagination, shaped by what is said and repeated. Yeah, so pretty much our imagination powers it up. In this way. And I'm probably, when it comes to footage, obviously I'll just do what I normally do with Type Moon and other fighting game based lore stuff. I'll just go through like sets. While I'm retired playing fighting games, I can't do it no more because of my arm, but I can still hang from time to time. So I'll probably just do that. I'll use Acadenza. I'll use Acadenza lore because Acadenza before Actress Again, these guys and their interactions, they were totally unhinged back in the day. They're neutered now in Lumina and Actress Again. But back in the day, like OG Melty Blood, React, Acadenza, oh man, these guys they were going in. But yeah, things are like nerfed in regards to dialogues with each other. Back in Melty Blood had blood, actual blood. It still has it, but no, it's not as crazy as it used to be. You know, back when Tohno had slashy. Those were the days. Or Sion having a gun. Sion had a gun at one point. She had Black Barrel. Like holy oh my god. OG Melty Blood is scary. In this way, the phenomena becomes an echo. Of human imagination. Human imagination, shaped by what we say, what we hear, and what we fear. Shaped by what is said, feared and rumored, feared and repeated, actually. Okay, let's see. At its core, god damn it, I forgot to fix that. At its core, Tatari is powered by the collective weight of human fear and rumors reaching a critical state. With these conditions, Tatari can manifest. Without these conditions met, well, yikes, I definitely want to reword that one. With these conditions, Tatari can manifest. Without these conditions met, it can't appear at all. Rumors don't merely enable Tatari's existence, they define its shape. It doesn't invent its own identity, it mirrors what people believe to be true. In this way, the phenomenon becomes an echo of human imagination, shaped by what is said, feared, and repeated. I am probably going to end up redoing some of my older videos back when I was using the voiceover because, as people know, if you're frequent this channel, I got a very bad chest injury that gave me a permanent speech impediment. So while I was recovering, I had to use a 11 Labs voice that I ended up making. That sounded like Obama, which was very fun. But people wanted me to use my own voice, which when I was able to actually like speak properly, but I'm still kind of fucked up in the rest of my speech. When I was able to actually somewhat do it, I just started just doing my own voice. This YouTube channel has gone through a lot of phases, a lot of phases, but I digress. So I feel like I'm probably gonna end up doing my old videos over again that had the voiceover, but we'll see. We'll get to there when we get to there. For now, let's just focus on the now. It's not the Shiki Tohno wound. It's definitely not. It just goes right across my chest. I'm happy I didn't get anemia from that. That is nuts. I would actually be legitimately Shiki Tohno. Just casually just hanging about, minding my own business, just pass out randomly. Alright, so it mirrors what people believe to be true. In this way, the phenomenon becomes an echo of human imagination, shaped by what is said, feared, and repeated. What more do we want to do here? The sphere is the catalyst. It gives the rumors weight. Okay, we can do through that. Fear acts as a catalyst. Acts as a catalyst. Oh, the gag of me not being able to spell when I stream. Fear acts as a catalyst that gives these rumors weight. And I've used the example of how Narnia can be manifested. Someone just believes that, hey, there's a guy, there's someone going around killing people with a knife at night. Hey, what's up, guys? Fear acts as a catalyst that gives these rumors weight. It sharpens Tatari's behavior. And I guess it determines how it interacts with its surroundings. Yeah. Going off the stages. I talk to myself when I'm thinking aloud, so don't mind me. If it seems I'm just like yapping to myself, yeah, I'm just thinking aloud. Yeah. Determines how it acts with its surroundings. I still have my old Melty Blood fight stick with me too. Old reliable. The good old PS2 Hori. That's we've been through a lot together. I'll show it off. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. This thing still actually works even after all these years. But it's hard to play fighting games with my arm as messed up as it is, so here you guys go. With Akia right in the front, because I used to use Akia back in the day. And I'm honestly surprised, even after all these years, this thing still works. But it was converted over into a more modern. It started his life as a PS2 Hori, but I had to do some shenanigans in order to make it work towards a PC. But I don't know. Good old Ashes again. Oh, good old Acadenza days. Fear acts as a catalyst. It gives these rumors weight. It sharpens Tatari's behavior. Determine how it acts with its surroundings. How it acts with its surroundings. Influences the severity of the distortions it creates. If Blaze Blue wasn't, I know Blaze Blue lore. It's just, ah, God, I really want to talk about Tsubaki Yayoi. I do not want to talk about Tsubaki Yayoi. I do not. Maybe I'll think about it. I just wanted to keep things more on the niche side of things. Like Type Moon is, well, at least besides Fate, Tsukihime, Melty Blood, Karen no Kyokai, I'm fine with talking about that. I want to keep things on the, hey, this exists. Maybe you should know about it. Because these videos that I release should just be seen as an introductory like piece. Like here I'm introducing things to you. If you're more interested, go read the original material. Just know, yeah, original Tsukihime and Melty Blood are not for kids. Yeah, that's, that's something you just have to deal with. Good stories, but that's just something you have to deal with. Severity of the distortion it creates. All right. Mm-hmm. In a way, Tatari, in a way, Tatari, in a way, Tatari doesn't judge fears and rumors. Doesn't judge fear and rumors. It materializes them. Yeah, literally materializes them. One thing I already know I'm gonna dislike when I actually do the footage for this. I gotta play Wallachia. I do not play Wallachia. Never touched the dude. I fought him plenty of times, but never ever touched him. So that should be like hilarious. And I know some weird, dumb, crazy stuff's gonna happen. Because remember when I was doing the Shiki Tohno video, Shiki Tohno Nania video, Akiha's CPU ended up doing a very, very low 2J2C on my wake up and just caught me, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell just happened? Why is CPU doing some high level shit? Oh my god, I was like, yo, I disgusted but intrigued. That was actually disgusting. All right, simply materializes them. All right, let's read this again and see what we got. This needs to be that long of a section, to be honest with you. It's pretty straightforward. Don't yap. Tatsuri's powered by pretty much rumors, fear, and the human imagination. The more we talk about something, the more power it gets. So at its core, Tatsuri's powered by the collective weight of human fear and rumors reaching a critical state. With these conditions met, Tatsuri can manifest. Without these, I'm gonna reword that because I already know to screw that sentence up. With these conditions, Tatsuri can manifest. Without these conditions met, it can't appear at all. Rumors don't merely enable Tatsuri's existence; they define its shape. It doesn't invent its own identity; it mirrors what people believe to be true. In this way, the phenomenon becomes an echo of human imagination, shaped by what is said, feared, and repeated. Fear acts as a catalyst that gives these rumors weight. It sharpens Tatsuri's behavior, determines how it acts with its surroundings, and influences the severity and the distortion it creates. In a way, Tatsuri doesn't judge fears and rumors, it simply materializes them. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward there. Okay, alright, we'll do a little bit more. I think we can move on to... Fuck, I think it's canonical events that's the next section, which is probably a long one. How long am I showing this for? Ah, shit. Okay. We'll do like an extra 10 minutes. I normally try to keep these streams for like 30 minutes. I usually do longer ones before the shoulder got messed up, but it's all good. It's all good. As long as I ideally stream. So as long as I get at least 30 minutes worth of work done, we're good. Some days have to be a little shorter, but that's just because of IRL. So, new Tatari. New Tatari. Ooh, let's do it funny. The Nasuverse. The Nasuverse shows a danger, demonstrates a dangerous truth that our perception has consequences. Yeah. Collective. The collective. The collective perception, the masses, carries consequences. Has consequences. And as I mentioned before, if you put like Tatari in any other media, like I've said Yume Neko plenty of times, they're cooked. Especially like Rokunjima's The Rumor of the Golden Witch. There's a witch going around killing people. Okay, time to have some fun. That's quite literally what's gonna happen. You're gonna be dealing with two Beatrices. So belief. Oh, today's Saturday, so Monday's the next time we'll be working on this. So I'm still alternating between this and Yume Neko. So tomorrow will be Yume Neko, and we'll go from there. So when belief is shared on a large enough scale, it can distort reality itself. This is probably legitimately like a 10-minute video. Like it's not gonna be that long because I do want this to serve as just a basic introduction to things, but yeah, 10 minutes is fine. When the belief is shared on a large enough scale, it can distort reality itself. So I haven't done a cheeky sentence in a while. I think I might do one right now. I'm allowed one cheeky, diabolical, disgusting sentence per stream. I haven't done it in a bit. But I think we're pretty much good to go on this section, I think. Like, I think we're good. Alright, I got something. Excuse me. Tatari stands at the intersection. The narrative, perception, and the supernatural. And the supernatural. And the supernatural. It shows. What the fuck? It shows that stories, when repeated enough, don't remain harmless. You gain form, presence. Yeah, presence. And the power to reshape the world around them. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, let's do this. Let's read this, and I think I'll start the next section, but I won't finish it because it's almost time for dinner. I lost track of time already. At its core, Tatari's power about the collective weight of human fear and rumors reaching a critical state. With these conditions, Tatari can manifest. I'm so gonna reword that sentence. With these conditions, Tatsuri can manifest. Without these conditions met, it can't appear at all. Rumors don't merely enable Tatsuri's existence, they define its shape. It doesn't invent its own identity. It mirrors what people believe to be true. In this way, the phenomenon becomes an echo of human imagination, shaped by what is said, feared, and repeated. Fear acts as a catalyst that gives these rumors weight. It sharpens Tatsuri's behavior, determines how it acts with its surroundings, and influences the severity of the distortions it creates. In a way, Tatsuri doesn't judge fear and rumors. It simply materializes them. I've used merely a lot. It simply materializes them. Through Tatsuri, the Nasuverse demonstrates a dangerous truth. That's collective perception. That collective perception has consequences. When belief is shared on a large enough scale, it can distort reality itself. Tatsuri stands at an intersection of narrative perception and the supernatural. It shows that stories, when repeated enough, don't remain harmless. They gain form, presence, and the power to reshape the world around them. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. How much do I have left? Okay, fuck. All right, we'll do we'll do the opening passage for section 5 because I believe it is canonical events. I'll have to just look at my outline later. I just don't have it up right now. If it's not, I'll just rearrange it. But I'm pretty sure it's canonical events, which is pretty straightforward because we're just using OG, React, Acadenza, Actress again. We're not using Lumina because Luna doesn't involve Tatari. Lumina's his own little separate thing. Unfortunately, I don't have the authority to talk about Lumina because I didn't play Tsukihime Remake because I just didn't really get around to doing it. Life just got in the way. It's too busy. Way too busy. If I was younger, if it came out like years ago, sure, let's go. But life is way too busy now. So I didn't really have time to actually like go out of my way and source it. I'm pretty sure it's not even I think it's just at band level translation now. But I digress. I can't really do Lumina because certain characters like Noelle, Seagull Lady, is in Tsukihime Remake. But yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so we'll start with canonical events. We'll just say it's section 5. Most infamous. I won't say infamous because that's my own opinion. I can't have opinions, apparently. The most well documented. I've learned the hard way. YouTube's weird when it comes to opinions. The most well documented and influential manifestation of Tatari occurs during the events Melty Blood. Melty Blood, React, Melty Blood, Acadenza, and Melty Blood Actions again. Which weird with those games. It's very weird. But we're just gonna say the original Melty Blood. Well, during Shion's saga of Melty Blood. There we go. During Shion's saga of Melty Blood. Because you're no longer the main character. Because, I don't know. Weird choice of naming there. Well, Melty Blood itself is a spin-off of Tsukihime. Wait. It's spin-off that takes place after the events of Tsukihime. We'll do it like that. It takes There we go. While Melty Blood itself is a spin-off of the spin-off that takes place after the events of Tsukihime. It provides the clearest canonical framework. We'll just do that. Canonical framework of understanding Tatari. During the night of Manifest, the phenomenon is at its most visible. With rumor here, rumor here, and human perception converge into a single reality-altering event. All right, but that's good. So the most well-documented influential manifestation of Tatari occurs during Shion's saga of Melty Blood, because again, she's the original main character, but as Lumina, that Tohno in Arcueid's game, pretty much. She's doing a lot of things that don't involve Melty Blood. She's either a guest character, well, not a guest character at this point. She's either hanging out with Undernight Crew or being weirdly portrayed in FGO. The Twin Tails and the Glasses just threw me off completely. I didn't even know about that until my FGO, well, my Fate, but FGO, but pretty much so, hey, Shion's in FGO. I'm like, wait, what? Why? She has Twin Tails. What? She has glasses. What? It's a... What was it? He said, yeah, it's pretty much the events of Melty Blood never happened. She just stayed at Atlas. I'm like, that was my whole entire character arc. So it just, Sion gets a good, Sion's good route. I'm sorry, I'll continue back with this. I can go on for days, but I'm not trying to because it's already getting late. So we'll read this again. The most well-documented and influential manifestation of Tatari occurs during Shion's saga of Melty Blood. While Melty Blood itself is a spin-off that takes place after the events of Tsukihime, it provides the clearest canonical framework of understanding Tatari, because again, those games are the Tatari games. Lumina isn't. During the event, it manifests. The phenomenon is at its most visible, where rumors, fear, and human perception converge into a single reality-altering event. So on Monday, we'll go into more canonical events. We'll just do the whole thing. It's probably a very long section. I think we're making good progress. So today we talked about the fear and rumor aspect of it, and we've talked about what we started up on the canonical events, which I guarantee you is probably section 5. So we did about a good 35 minutes worth of work, so good stuff. Have a good one. Unfortunately, tomorrow is a Human Echo Day, so I gotta go do that. So I'll be here on Monday. Enjoy the VOD, for the VOD crew if you enjoy the VODs, and as usual, if anybody has any requests, let me know. I'll do it. Till I see y'all later. Bye-bye.